Hi, this is Bev, Clarkovision, and this is a response video to the Rock Scout. He did a thread a couple of days ago and he's titled it let me get this right here, The Ladder of Excellence. And he's sent out the challenge to the VC to participate and see how high up the ladder rungs you can get by way of showing a band with a killer album, a different band with 2 killer albums, a different band with 3 killer albums, and so on. But they've all to be consecutive releases, and they've all to be, in your mind, amazing, brilliant albums. Basically kind of all killer, no filler type of thing. And so you have to be honest about it. And it takes you, as other people have commented, it takes you a bit of time to go through everything, see what's all in your collection, find out if you've got any gaps, if you're planning on maybe going for a certain band. I was going to look at Sabaton, but I can't go with them because there's too many gaps. Likewise with another band, and I forget off the top of my head what one it was, but so I have picked out, and like most other people, I only got up to tier 6 actually on the ladder. I've seen a few others just make it to 6. I could have gone to 7, but that would mean using Iron Maiden, and since they're a fairly obvious one, and it would have been pretty much the same as what the Rock Scout showed anyway, basically right up through the 80s. So I could have used that, but so I just decided to leave that out. Iron Maiden are just amazing anyway. So I'll get into my ladder at the moment. I'll just put a link to the Rock Scouts channel below. If you've not subscribed to him, you should have by now, basically. Scott's a great lad. He has an excellent range of rock, metal records, to show, both vinyl and CDs. So, as I say, if he's not on your subscribers list, then you should add him. Right, so as with everybody, the first one is very kind of, just going to move that up a little. It's easy to pick because you can pick any album that you love. So I decided to go, I could have picked, as I say, anything, but I've gone with this one. I think it's a great album. It's from 1990, and I really like this entire album. And it's Damn Yankees, self-titled. Ted Nugent, Jack Blades, Tommy Shaw, and the drummer's Michael Cartellone. This was a great band. I think they had maybe 2-3 albums. This was the debut from this kind of super group, if you like. And all the songs on it are just excellent, great stuff. So that is my number 1 on the ladder. Number 2, this one, Halloween, Keeper of the Seven Keys, Part 1. Excellent, just love it. Came out in 1987. The classic Halloween lineup, obviously. Followed by, what it's been going to be followed by, Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2. Again, love it. I still sometimes find myself wondering whether I like the first or the second one best, but I can't really decide. They're both just fantastic albums, great songs. And this one is 1988. 3. I thought about going for someone else with a 3, but I decided on this band because I thought, well, the other band are a bit more widely well known than this one, and I can't resist an opportunity to give these guys a plug, so here we go again. Pretty Maids. This is their debut album, Red Hot and Ready. Hang on, Red Hot and Heavy. Right, so there you go. Debut album, 1984, Danish metal rock, hard rock, classic, traditional, excellent band. So yeah, that's their first album. They followed that one up in 1987 with Future World, another brilliant album, just excellent, great songs all the way through. And again, these guys are CBS, Columbia, whatever, Epic, whatever. CBS in Europe, Epic I think in the UK, which I think they're all subsidiaries of each other. So yeah, that's Future World, their second, followed by their third from 1990, and this one is Jump the Gun, another brilliant album. Just 3 albums of great rock, great metal. We've got a great vocalist, just really good stuff. As I've said in previous videos, I find I kind of hear just subtle hints and influence of a little bit of Judas Priest and Iron Maiden in pieces of their songs. So yeah, awesome stuff from Pretty Maids. Wrong number 4. It's another great band, and my favourite time with them is the 80s era, and starting with this album, Heart, self-titled. This came out in 1985. Classic all the way through, it's just got amazing songs, and it's on Capitol Records. They followed that one with Bad Animals, which was released in 1987. Again, great album, loads of cool songs, bunch of hit tracks as well. Also Capitol Records. Following that one with 1990s Brigade. Yet another classic, just great 80s rock. The Wilson sisters, well, is it Anne, or I think it's Anne that does the singing. She's got the lead singing. She's got a super voice as well. So yeah, this Fallen from Grace, love it. Just Call of the Wild, All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You, Tall, Dark, Handsome Stranger, just class. And following that up with After Brigade, they released a live album, and this is Rock the House Live, and this is a great live album as well. I picked this up when I was on holiday. This is a Canadian pressing. Back in the early 90s. This came out in 1991, and it's got, pretty much most of their 80s classics. It has Barracuda as one of the encores, which is magic. It's got You're the Voice, John Farnham. They do a cover of this. But just brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. So that was wrong number 4. Now let me just, 5, we're on to 5 next. So I've got some vinyl to show next. You're possibly wondering if you would see this band, but yeah, you are. This is the Def Leppard EP. Now the Rock Scout said you could use the EP or live albums or whatever. So yeah, starting off with the EP, released in 1979. This is the EP. This is the reissue from the boxed set. That are all going to be the box set that I show you, basically. It's a replica of the original. I do have the original, but it's on the yellow label, which was the second press. But yeah, so this has 3 tracks, and I love all 3 tracks, and I love the original versions of the tracks. So yeah, classic Def Leppard. That is number 1 there. Then their debut album, On Through the Night, an absolute brilliant album. Such an underrated album. The only slight beef about this with a few people is the production. It was kind of overproduced a little bit. The sort of tonal qualities kind of got, overdubbed too much, just a little bit, but take nothing away from the greatness of the tracks. They're absolutely brilliant. I mean, 6 and 5 is 11, right? So there's 11 tracks on this album, and I love every single track. Every one of them, for me, is great. And this is, when Def Leppard came out, they firmly had their roots in rock and metal, which is, is a far cry from the excuse that they are now, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, so this is the gatefold edition from the box set as well. Excellent. Then they followed it up with the equally awesome, super high and dry album. Pure brilliance. I just can't say enough about it. The music that was coming from Steve Clark and Pete Willis and Rick Savage at the time, given they were about 18, 20 years old at these times, it was just really good stuff. This one was produced by Robert John Mutt Lang, so the production is a lot better. But don't let the production of On Through the Night put you off. It's just super quality, and so is High and Dry. Then the next one, the more kind of pop rock oriented sounding Pyromania, but it's still very rocky. You got some great songs in here. So this was 1983, this one came out. By this point, Pete Willis had gone and Phil Collen had come in, but this album had pretty much been written before Phil Collen came along, so he had nothing to do with really the songwriting on this album. He just came up with a few solos for about 4 tracks. But yeah, this is a huge album. It kind of broke them big in the United States for sure. And then they followed that up with the super epic Hysteria, which, kind of went mad worldwide, I guess. Got them #1 in their home country. So yeah, this is very different to On Through the Night. Each of these 4 albums, what I like about them is it's like a progression in the musical development of the band. They were kind of trying out new things as they went, which is why I think these 4 Def Leppard albums are all, although they're all excellent and kind of similar in a way, they're also not similar as well, as the style and the production and the songwriting, composition all was changing and evolving, sort of thing, which is why you have this, obviously. So that is the 5 that make up Def Leppard, the 4 albums and the EP. And then after that, well, it was game over for Def Leppard after that. So I'm just going to sit them there at the moment. And so that was 5, and 6, as I say, is where I got to on the rung. I was surprised I actually made 6 for this band, but quite chuffed nonetheless. And it's Running Wild, another cool band. These really are fast becoming one of my all-time favourite bands. In fact, they already are. So this one is Branded in Exile. This is their 2nd album. This was released in, I think, 81 originally. No, it's a wee bit further on than that. Was it 83 maybe? Can't remember. But anyway, early 80s. 2nd album, Branded in Exile. Brilliant. Just excellent. And after that, along came Under Jolly Roger, which followed up. That was the 3rd album. Another excellent album. Just great stuff. That one was followed by Port Royal, This one is 1987, I think this one. I think this was 87 or 88. No, yeah, this could be 88 because I think Under Jolly Roger was 87. So 88, yeah. Again, I love this. This is one of my favourite albums, Port Royal. Absolutely killer tracks on this. Then after that, we go back to the vinyl because I have this only on vinyl. This was a live album that was released after Port Royal, and it's Ready for Boarding, which was absolutely brilliant live show. This is the reissue from the boxed set that I just got recently, but the original just had a live show from November 1987, whereas the reissue has added a second live show from 1989. So you're getting basically double. But the gatefold inner has all the linear notes from just the 87 version. So that is Ready for Boarding, a great live show. So I'll just put that there. So after that, the next studio album was the absolutely brilliant Death or Glory. Yeah, that's the vinyl there as well. Just brilliant, superb. This is my favourite Running Wild so far. And then the sixth one that I have, which came out right after, is kind of like a compilation of some of their 80s best tracks, or yeah, some of their greatest hits, if you like, whatever. This one is The First Years of Piracy, and this came out in 1991. And you've got 10 tracks, and as I say, it's kind of a compilation from some of their earlier 80s stuff, and every track. So that takes that to 6 albums. So that is my ladder of excellence. Everything that I've shown here is excellent. As I say, I could have gone to 7 Iron Maiden, but you know, that's been done. Everybody's going to have Iron Maiden in there somewhere. But so that was that. Yeah, I quite enjoyed doing that. And as I say, get linking to the Rock Scout below, and I'll catch you later on. Bye the now.